Everybody, check out my book, Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. It's my poetry, available on Amazon. Real quick, I was thinking, how can you tell black people to boycott a particular business when the business is selling something that you need? That shit doesn't make sense. So, eventually black people are going to cross the picket line and eventually support the business because, like I said, the business is selling something that you need. What black people need to do, what we need to do, is start opening up our own businesses. 98% of black people in America work for Mr. Charlie. That's what we need to do. We need to start opening our own businesses and stop thinking that we need Mr. Charlie to validate everything we do. Like me, I go outside and sell my books every day, and people always ask me, are my books in Barnes and Noble? Listen, I don't have nothing against Barnes and Noble, and you can buy it from Barnes and Noble. But how did people sell books before there was a Barnes and Noble? You gotta go out there and do shit for yourself. And another thing I want to talk about as far as black people is concerned, it's like all black leaders, most black leaders are always ministers and pastors. Why do we always have to have ministers and pastors as our group leaders, as our neighborhood leaders? And I say neighborhood leaders, I don't say community, because the community is a vested interest when people have a vested interest in that neighborhood, when they own businesses in that neighborhood. You go in most black neighborhoods, black people don't own the businesses in that black neighborhood. The businesses in that neighborhood are usually owned by the Asians, the Arabs, and Latinos, or the Hispanics. But in black neighborhoods, black people don't own anything. Everybody comes into a black neighborhood and leave with truckloads of money at the end of the day. That's why black neighborhoods, that's why the money don't circulate in black neighborhoods. The money don't go from one black hand to another black hand to another black hand. The money goes in the black neighborhood and it leaves. It leaves out right away. Hold on. The main way money leaves black neighborhood is black churches. That's why a good way to tell when you're in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. We got the Church of God in Christ, the Church of God of Christ, the Church of God around Christ. There's all these churches, and that's how you know you're in a bad neighborhood, because the money goes in the church and out the neighborhood. Churches don't do nothing for the people in the neighborhood but give out free turkeys during the holiday season. And that's it. Or to give out used clothes. Somebody donate clothes to a church and the church give the clothes away. Or to give out soup or some shit like that. That's not teaching, that's feeding a man a fish, and you're not teaching him how to fish. So he's going to always need the church. And like I said, all these group leaders in black neighborhoods are always ministers and pastors. And they always want to get together and pray. Praying does absolutely nothing. Praying don't do shit. Praying don't change a motherfucking thing. Praying is bullshit. That's all it is. And it's a hustle. And that's what most of these black people are doing, these black ministers. They're hustling black people because they don't do shit. They holding hands and singing "We Shall Overcome," and that shit don't get nothing changed. And like I said, integration is one of the worst things that ever happened to black people, because once we started integrating, we started supporting the white businesses, and the black businesses eventually closed. We started buying ice from Mr. Charlie's store because we thought Mr. Charlie's ice was colder than the store at the black-owned store. You know what I'm saying? And that's what black people need to do. We need to start opening up our own businesses and stop going to these other stores. And like I said, these ministers ain't nothing but hustlers, man. Because all they do is want to get together and pray. It's bullshit, man. They've been bullshitting black people for all these fucking years. And black people need to realize that it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. All they want to do is get together and pray. But they don't come up with tangible ideas on how to make the black neighborhood better. And the best way you can make a black neighborhood better is start opening up businesses in the neighborhood. Like I said before, back in the days when you used to go to these stores, everybody knew everybody. Nobody knows everybody in these stores. And you go to these stores, they be talking about you and shit. As soon as you come to the store, they start talking that haka maka naka naka shit. They start talking about you. Haka maka haka, talking about you, sound like they spitting and shit. And they're about to throw up. They don't give a fuck about black people that go in them stores. Fuck them, man. That's what black people need to do. Black people need to start opening up our own businesses and stop supporting these Arab motherfuckers that don't give a shit about you. They was the first ones to own slaves anyway, and the last. Wake up, black people.